Hello everybody. Have any of you ever wondered how weather works? Well, weather is an extremely complicated process, and today we're going to explain it, or at least its basics, here on Science Matters. As previously stated, weather is an extremely complicated process, but this whole complicated process all stems from one thing: the sun. The sun unequally heats much of the earth. The poles receive the least sunlight, and the equator receives the most. This unequal heating from the sun is what causes the winds, and thus the weather. Now that we know that the sun creates winds, let's see how the winds work on the earth. Winds have a specific pattern across the earth. These are called the global circulation patterns, or how air circulates across the earth. Near the equator, we have the trade winds. The trade winds always blow from east to west. This is why storms in the latitude where the trade winds blow, which is between 0 and 30 degrees north and south, always blow from east to west, including hurricanes. Doldrums are an area right along the equator, which has almost no wind and is located between the northern and southern part of the trade winds. Further north and south, the westerly winds, as the name suggests, blow from west to east. This is why mid-latitude cyclones and other storms across the continental United States always move from west to east, including severe tornadic thunderstorms. Latitudes and the westerly winds latitudes, there is another pocket of calm air. This area is known as the horse latitudes. The horse latitudes have almost no wind. They are located somewhere around 30 degrees north and 30 degrees south. The name horse latitudes is derived from quite an interesting story. Back in the old days, 1600s and 1700s, the European explorers were sailing for South America and other lands to the south of Europe. When they passed through the horse latitudes, there was no wind to steer their sailboats. Thus, they became stranded in the ocean, somewhere around the horse latitudes. Thus, they had to sacrifice their animals, including their horses, in order to stay alive. Thus, the name horse latitudes was made. The horse latitudes are also called subtropical highs, which is an area of high pressure. That's why there's almost no wind. But further north of the westerlies, there's another series of winds. These are the polar easterlies, which move from east to west near the north and south poles. Between the polar easterlies and the westerlies, there's another area, but this time not calm, but very stormy. This stormy area is known as the polar low. It's a low pressure system that sits there continuously and has plenty of storms and extremely wild weather, located somewhere around 60 degrees north and south. Probably wondering, why is some wind important? Well, this wind and its systems drive everything else across the globe. Hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, thunderstorms, mid-latitude cyclones, and other weather phenomena are all driven by these wind systems. Today I have successfully covered the basics of global circulation patterns. Next episode I will continue teaching you guys about weather, including thunderstorms and even lightning. Thank you for watching, and this is Science Matters, signing up.